caught up with my old friend here. After months of constant schedules, deadlines, a busy summer in my field of heating, cooling, refrigeration, a lot of wear and tear of the body, the back, and everything. Last night I got here and this campsite was open with the vehicle and everything. Now I've reached a place where time is irrelevant. Okay, took a couple nights to unwind, get enough rest, sleep in, and start feeling human again from work and so on. I'm not grinding my teeth. Just took a couple days of this. So what I'm going to do now is, I actually feel like doing something. I'm going to take off and look for another lake, something I missed before, and I'll hike in there and see what it's like. And feeling really good now. Feeling really good. It's been a long time. Okay, I've been walking for quite a while. There's a huge beech forest. Just about everything here is beech. I don't know if that's the disease that's going around, but I did see some trees trying to produce some beech nuts. Of course, the beech nuts feed just about everything in the Adirondacks, from bears, deer, squirrels, and the squirrels and the chipmunks in turn feed the fishers and the pine martens. But what I'm interested in is grouse. Grouse and turkey. If there's turkey around here, it'll feed them. And that disease going around really concerns me, because that's just about oaks usually don't grow here. It's such a harsh climate. So the beech nuts are just about the only mast in the Adirondacks that I know of. Maybe a hazelnut or something like that. So that would be terrible. I guess it doesn't get all the... It kills certain trees of an age group, but I'll have to come back here grouse hunting sometime. It's my favorite hunting. It's the hardest hunting, but it's my favorite. So on the way to this lake here, I don't know how many miles this trail is, but it's a beautiful trail. Well, this first pond is a special trout pond. There's the warning sign there that people don't bring bait fish, artificial lures only, so people don't bring in pike and all the other stuff. Hopefully it's still a trout pond. But so far so good. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Nice. I love exploring new places. Looks kind of shallow, at least this part. So who knows how good it is for trout unless it's spring fed or something. Yeah, you can see it's pretty flat all the way around. Huh. I have to take their word for it. It's the middle of the day, not good for fishing, or else I would have bought my fishing stuff. Try it out. I mean, you can fish this time of the day. I thought I heard thunder, but I think it's just jets from Fort Drum. Military training over our heads. But yeah, I'll check out the topo map, see if there's anything steep here. Okay, here we have a washed out beaver dam. There's the old lodge right there. Beavers move into an area and they, see, all that's left is conifers. It takes years for the deciduous trees to grow back, then eat the conifers, and so they don't maintain the dam, and they move out, but they'll be back who knows how long. But let's see if there's any trout around here. Okay, yeah, it goes under the dam right here. They would have maintained that, but okay. Right there. But this guy kills something. Yep. Okay. Made it to the other pond. This one's quite big relative to the other one. And of course, another warning. Ooh, excuse me. So it's good. Another trout pond. And it's amazing. One car in the parking lot for this trail, and that's mine. Only saw one set of tracks since it's rained yesterday, and it's Saturday. Man, beautiful view. Nice spot. Oh, look at that right behind there. Didn't see that. Look at that. Wow. I'll see if I can. Ooh, and this is the camping spot. This is a designated camping spot. Cool. So, I don't know about that fire pit. There's too much stuff. You can catch a place on fire. But cool. Looks like not too many people have used this spot. Not many at all. This exploring's paying off. Well, I made it back from that trip, and it rained for 24 hours straight. So I'm in a new site. This is the best site on this lake. Well, I left my tarp here, my rope and everything, and I went to the store, left my stove yesterday, and when it was raining all day, I couldn't set up camp down the trail here. And I came back and it was missing. My stove was missing, my tarp, my chair, and then my camping trip would have been over if I didn't have that stuff. So I was really panicked, so I took this bad boy and I flew down these roads. Now this isn't too bad right here, but I flew down the road, but then it gets really bumpy. I just went full throttle because I saw a DEC officer driving out when I was coming back in, so I thought maybe he took the stuff, because people leave stuff for days and try and claim a campsite. So I just flew. I must have been going, I was going fast. But so I caught up with him, and he did take the stuff. I got it back. But the cool thing is, and of course he took it because people try and make claims on spots. And but he gave me a permit so I can stay here to the end of my trip if I want to. And we'll see what happens. My knee was bothering me at the other lake, so I don't know if I'm going to hike in there. That's a couple miles in, but this spot, I'll show you in a little bit how beautiful this spot is. I might just stay here and just continuing my recovery from work. But I slept in my vehicle last night because it just kept on raining. I couldn't set up camp down here. But you will see why I wanted to stay at this site for a number of days. I wanted to show you guys. Oops. It was 46 this morning. It is the 20th of August. The leaves are changing on the maple trees. The high today, 58. Tomorrow high, 56. Lows into 40 again tonight. I got this entire lake to myself. People just come up for good weather. There's a number of other campsites. This is a real popular spot. But if you ever want to get a campsite, come up when the weather's really crappy. It was even empty during the weekend. There were spots open during the weekend with the crappy weather. But that's the best time to get a popular area spot when the weather's crappy. But if you think it's 15 degrees cooler than normal, something like that. But that's the mountains here. That's the Adirondacks. You go down to Rochester, probably highs in the 70s today. Definitely not lows in the 40s. But that's the north. And the great thing, no mosquitoes at this temperature. Okay, I got camp set up for the next few days. It said 0% chance of rain today. It sprinkled twice. Never trust a weather person. But this is my spot. Nice point here. Yeah, there'll be more mountains viewable when the clouds go away, if I remember correctly. This is a popular canoe spot, the dock here. The canoe all the way from over there. A couple miles away or so. There's got to be other good places to camp around here. There used to be more campsites here, but the DEC reduced them to make this, they'll go from like state forest to wild forest to primitive area to wilderness, something like that, in categories. I don't know if they get more money from the government, from the federal government, I don't know, but with the way some of these campsites are, people don't deserve it. And of course you can camp anywhere you want to, 150 feet from shore and or 150 feet from the road, 150 feet from a creek. Try some fishing here. It looks like it goes into deep water. Not over there where the pads are, but right here it looks like it goes into deep water. Might be good for a few fish. We will see. I'll have to try out the alder. I never smoked fish with alder, so I'll try and catch some. See if I can smoke them with alder. So last night at about 1:30, I heard something rustling around, and outside the tent here, the area where I am, underneath this flap, this was closed, there's something grabbing my tissues, so I yelled at it, and it dropped some on the way out. What in the heck was that? I think it was maybe a weasel, maybe a short-tailed weasel or something, or maybe a pine marten. Wanted some nesting material, that's all I can think of. Flying squirrel's a little bit more mellow than that. I think seem kind of uptight like a weasel. Okay, doing a little bushwhacking. Try and find a way to these ponds I'm used to going to, but it's blocked off from the other side. There's a big swamp in the way, and I can't go to the private land side. Some people get that way from the private land side, so we'll give it a go. See how it happens. Well, I went a ways in. I don't know if you can see the blue there, but it would have ended up way around. The swamp is just not too good in there. It would end up being a couple miles bushwhacking. Who knows what's going on with the weather up here. So I'm going to head back to camp after I look around this area a little bit more. Well, I was gonna move, but right after I took my bath, I saw some fish jumping over here. I was gonna move because some idiots over there are playing their country music real loud. They're quite a distance away, but it carries across the lake pretty easy. Then I caught this fish. I'm gonna have to get my needle nose. But I caught this fish. There's a nice little bass spot right over here. Saw a bunch of them coming after it. I'm gonna check this out for a little while before I move. Okay, little baby. You can go back in. Okay, let's catch your papa or your mama. Did you see that? Cast that baby in there. And, ooh, let's see if we can get something big here. Oh, I got some weeds on here. Get those weeds off. Got a few tricks in this set. We'll see if any of this stuff works. Well, this worked for, this is what Ben got me for Father's Day. My son Ben. Hey, your lure's working already, Ben. Ooh. Over there too. Is this feeding time? What do you think? A lot of weeds. Take some work to get some fish, but they're popping right on the edge of these weeds. I didn't bring my weed popper. But give her a go, huh? Pictures on these mountain climbs never do it justice, especially with a wide-angle lens. But the high peaks are way out there. Nice Balding Mountain over there. Just a small mountain climb today.
Dude, come on, we need a picture. Go.
Oh, it's a night. Last night with coon dogs. I don't know if you can see the lake there. Got the campfire going with the lake in the background. It's been a real busy summer. It's been a busy few years at work since 2020. Been understaffed the whole time. This summer was quite busy. More people retired. A couple more people. One person moved out of the work environment, and so it's been a lot of stress, and so on. So you need those times to get away and just get back to what's important. Sometimes it takes quite a few days to unwind, but you gotta get out and have those times to unwind. And then with that time to think, have a new perspective on life, what you're going to do, what changes you need to make. Prioritize what's important. Get rid of certain things in your life and pick up some good things in your life. Been up here praying and reading the Bible and then being relaxed and having the peace of God. Praying for God's wisdom. Experiencing God's peace and His love. We all need those times. Oh, what a way to end this trip. Got my coffee brewing. Be spending some time with Jesus. Beautiful weather by camping. While camping. Doesn't get any better than this. Beautiful sunrise. You know, there's all sorts of artists. They try and duplicate creation, but there's no greater artist than the Lord. Look at that beautiful sky. No artwork on this earth touches us like His artwork with creation. It's a masterpiece.